Hurry! Alright, welcome, Zoiby Devil, to another Zoiby Devil stream. We're going to be doing some Mono-red Obosh in Modern. So, we're 2-0 right now. Can't edit the deck. I'm going to click play match. But while it's doing that, you can view it. So, 4 Pillage, 2 Obsidian Charmas, 2 Matches the Moons, 4 Unholy Heat, 2 Kozilek's Return, Obosh in your board, and then you have 4 March of the Reckless, 4 Blood Moon, 4 Blood Bone Crusher. It's all mono red. Everything, of course, being odd, so you don't really. Your only 2-drop is dashing or stomping. But you got Graveyard Hit in the main, and then you got Blood Moons in the main. So. Oh! And we're playing against Spike. Okay. We're gonna lose, but, you know. So, I'm gonna keep, because I can march into... I think it's fine, because we just Darcy, and then I can exile the march to the march. I know it eats some of our card advantage, but I think I'm okay with that. Think I'm okay with that. Although I'm going to do this because I absolutely don't want whatever crap that they're going to throw off. Oops. That was an oopsie, but it's fine. Like, whatever he's discarding with Underworld, I think I'm okay with Soul Guide Lantern. This is also maybe being intimidated by playing against a better player. Because, again, I would rather hit the land drop and then I could do both things. But I have the extra Soul Guide Lantern, so whatever he discards to the Underworld cookbook, we can just net back. Which is why I'm not intimidated. But I assume there's a burn spell there. It's just safe to assume that they have a burn spell. And between instant and land, I can throw a creature down. That's fine. So he's playing Shrapnel Blast. Okay. I'm fine that that's directed at me. So, nothing. I don't want to Soul Guide again. Because Soul Guiding again I don't think does us any good. Manufacturer, sure. So, is he going to discard something? Yeah, I'm okay doing that. Exile any number of reds. So 1. Done. And it just flips 2 cards, but 2 cards is 2 cards. And it allows me to still hold up a bolt. Okay, march into March. Play. Blood Moon ain't gonna do shit, so I'm fine doing that. Cast. Done. And then I have 2 turns to do stuff, so it's a land and a Bone Crusher. I'm fine with that. Saga. Activate. Yeah, that's fine. I'm totally okay with that. Blow that up. Okay, yeah, we just take the hit. That's all well and good. But they don't double up on food tokens or things now. Right. Flip. Alright. They got... That's the issue, is they can... I don't think we can overcome Urza tokens very well. That's where Blood Moon is somewhat decent, and Blood Moon also turns off the Mishra's Factory. But otherwise, doesn't do anything for us. Because depending on how they activate here, we're kind of screwed. But let's... Alright. I don't mind throwing a Bone Crusher away. Because you make a 4/4, and if you want to put a Bone Crusher, put this 4/4 into the Bone Crusher, I think that's okay. No, of course. Of course not. No berry. No berry. You want the bag berry? Okay, you can have the bag. You want the bag? Want the bag. Have the bag. We can blow up the factory. Left in the bag. Berry. Oh, the berries. Yeah, the berries. Needle. Uh-oh. So yeah, he needles my soul guide. No, I can't draw a card. Yeah, overcoming Urza is kind of the only issue we have. Otherwise, these 7/7s are just too big. And there's no point. Like, I throw Ragavan under the bus, but there's no point. Bolt's cool. Yeah, it allows him to just get that loop going. As long as they have cookbooks, yep. You just make big, giant constructs. And that's how this deck clearly wins. Yep. That would just be a lot of effort to get one. Yeah, it's fine. I give up. Yeah. I'm an easy win for Spike. I'm a real easy win for him. But alright. I'm actually just going to take Blood Moons out. There's still 2 with the Magus. Maybe 1 Moon. The Graveyard Hate is actually good with that. So let's do that. I didn't expect to get a win this morning. What can I say? But it's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. Like, I have the chat turned off. This is fine. It's not amazing. But, like, is my plan... I don't think it's great. Alright, so what I'm going to do is just play the cave tapped. Because I have nothing better to do other than play the cave tapped. And then run that guy out. Let's see what you do. And then I probably just season Pyromancer. I don't know. I can march for 1 or 4, but I don't think that's wise, considering everything. So that's okay. End step. Just stomp it. Okay. Play land. That casts 4, and I know it casts 4. You knew it cast 4. You dilly of a person. So, Barry. Yeah. Do that. Because that's fine. I'm okay with that. You get the token, but now it costs dirt cheap. Oop. He paused correctly there. Get the construct, sure. Boom! Young Pyromancer, whack. Discard. This is just a mono-red version. So, how interesting. Okay. Can't pop that. I mean, I can pop it with these blastings. There's no rhyme or reason to do that, so... Charma the Factory. Pop. Just shoot that down. Yep, you get a food token. Cool. Yep, the 3/3 is... I'm still fine with that. Like, however big you want to make that, I'm still fine with that. Manufacturer being able to now just make tokens is not good. Because he discarded Ragavan to it. But we still have 8 in the air. So he needs to have open mana to... Yeah, it's annoying, because yeah, Clue, Artifact, Treasure, these get big. There's no denying that. Galvanic Blast's 1. Take the 6. Fury that one away. If he wants to use artifacts, his artifacts to gain life or his artifacts to draw cards, I think we're okay with that. As long as the one card in hand isn't Shadow Spear, I think we're okay. No, he can discard that card, so I'll hang on to the Fury. That's fine. I'm not going to make that mistake. I mean, as tempting as it is to make that mistake, I will not make that mistake. I can do a Fury for free, which will then let me... So if I were to pop the Blast Zone, I get 2 things. This becomes a 4. I'm probably just overthinking it. But... yeah. Whew. I guess I do need to play, like, all the pillages. Like, the soul guides aren't great, but... do I just do that and hang on to the Raggies? Maybe. Maybe. Like, that's Raggy. Whew. They're on the play. So this Do you keep it knowing that you can Raggy and Fury, but you gotta draw into some stuff? Oh, man. So... let me think. Like, I can do 2 damage. I don't know what their opener is. I know that his opener. I shouldn't say there. I know I know Spike. I don't know him personally, but I know he's male. And I'm sure that those are his pronouns. I think I have to. This is worse though because it's a 1-lander. Oh man. All right, that's fine. Bottom. And I think bottom. Like, it's a worse hand. Yeah, that's fine. If they have... If he has... Force of habit. When you're typically playing against a total stranger, you have to use the they, them pronouns. Yeah, I don't want to be hit by that. I just don't. He doesn't want to be hit by one either, but... it's bad. It's all bad. Discard now. The issue is Saga is very problematic. To us. Fury's fine. I don't think I want to... I still want to hold up this Bolt and this Stomp. Because if they tap to go and make... If Spike taps to make... But we're not in a great position. Draw a card. I'm fine with that. He still costs 5, yeah. Well. That's just a waste of a Fury is the issue. It's equally a waste of a Bolt. But... like, we're not in a great... We have the answers. We're not in an amazing position, but we have answers. And I'm sure without... Obviously, I'm not watching the stream. I mean, go give Spike a follow and a watch if you know, you want to watch a fairly professional Magic player. So... This is... Get rid of the 5/5. They know that we have the 5/5. Yeah, you create all the tokens that you get off of that, but I have to answer that, and I know I have to answer that, and so I answer that. Like, I'm not in a good position. That's just how I think I had to play it. Asmo, fine. I can Fury the Asmo if I could draw a bloody land. But all the... And now follow it up with another land, preferably. Charma. Blow that one up. The man lands are still he needs a 5th land to activate the Den of the Bugbear, and if he does, you just block and kill the Den. That's fine. Shadow Spear. No, Shadow Spear is a good draw. Now, do we get a... That'll do it. That'll allow me to cast a Fury. That'll about do it. And then I can Blast Zone all these away. Okay, you got Galvanic Blast. Land, we get hit by a Den. Not much I can do about that. Yep. I take the hit. Owie. Boop. Okay. He goes to activate again. This time I have the bolt. Oh, okay. Yeah. Like, it is what it is on that one. Again, you're playing against a higher quality player. They're going to do, you know, make these lines occur that otherwise wouldn't have been able to occur. I'm fine losing a giant is good, but I'm fine losing it. For everything that we net off the exchange, you know, it's fine. And then, yeah, he can burn us out. I can't gain lag. So I think we're going to get burned out. As I turn into Larry David. Pretty good. Just, he's done enough incremental damage that I don't think I can pull this one off. I just pitch the pillage. Play the land. I can march for 1. That's fine. That's totally fine, and he knows it's totally fine. I mean, I'm in a position where I kind of have to Obosh. This is... Well, what do I hit? Because I can do it for... Oh, yeah, that's fine. Humna. Cast the Bone Crusher. I think I'm just going to put Obosh in my hand. Wait a turn, which isn't smart, but if I get this additional turn, I can march for 1, which is really marching for 2, and cast Obosh. I will snap a double block off easily. Okay. Cast Obosh. All the odd things are doing double damage now. But it makes the blocks a little more difficult. I can still be holding this up to get things back on the crack. That's fine. So where's the blocks? Bang, bang. Bang. That's how we're going to do it. All right. So he just gets so much value off the manufacturer that I'm going to stomp and just... I'd rather kill the manufacturer than die to this Mistress Factory. Oh, I didn't realize it was an assembly worker. Okay. That's on me. It doesn't counter the ability, but I did not know that it was an assembly worker. My bad. Oh. Yeah. Oh, good game. It was grindy. Good grindy game. Yeah. Yep. Oh, and then we got blasted. Oh, well. Yeah. We lost to one of the better players. I mean, is he leading the trophy race now? No, Pygonti is, and I don't know what Pygonti's playing. But we're talking about the guy who won the trophy race last season and broke the undefeated trophy record. A good way to define it is we're not talking about whoever the best player is this year in the NBA. Let's say it's Rudy Gobert. I have no idea or Giannis Antetokounmpo. Yeah, I have no idea who the leading scorer this year in the NBA is, but we effectively just played against LeBron James, who's not the leading scorer. The Lakers are in fact the 9th seed, and I know this is a sports reference, so whether you guys get it or don't get it is debatable. But yeah, this is a guy who won MVP in a previous year and is not an MVP right now. That we lost to. So yeah, he just has burn. I didn't really have the only burn that our deck plays is Stomp and Lightning Bolt, and I did not realize that Academy Manufacturer was an assembly worker. I should have realized that, but it's a Modern Horizons 2 card that honestly we should all be familiar with at this point, but irrelevant. I think I played it fairly good. Fairly well. But obviously it wasn't perfect. There's an intimidation factor, considering who you're playing against. This is Shadow. I highly doubt it's Living End. Thoughtseize. Oh! John Food. How interesting. Well, they have an Underworld cookbook and a Street Wraith. I'm very tempted to just run this Fury out to kill the Osmo. Dies to the Coldecor. I think I will. They could have 1-drops aplenty. Yeah, I just don't really want that alive and on the battlefield. So, sorry. You can play Underworld Cookbook and generate food. Of course, it's a Saga deck. So we want our Charma or our Blood Moon, right now. To the point where, from a top deck standpoint. Well, my prayers were answered in that regard, but they weren't answered in other regards. In that I get a hit with Ragavan. Oh. I didn't even see that. Honest to goodness, I didn't see that they discarded a Cauldron Familiar. Ugh. Uh-huh. Blood Moon? Would you like to give me a blood moon? Yeah. The Oval Chase Daredevil happens. The Cauldron Familiar comes back off the food token. And you can make a construct. Ugh. Oh, man. They had a full complement of Asmos. That's always fun. To the point where they were able to get multiple cookbooks out and then just keep doing this with the this and the that and the stupid Cauldron Familiar. Great. Okay. I scoop. Because I scoop. However, my answers to their shenanigans. Blood Moon is actually strong. Like, I want Blood Moon. And I actually probably don't want Ragavan. Ragavan allows us to turn 3 Blood Moon, but I don't see that happening. Oops, I cited an additional trauma out by accident. Oh, L2 is fine. If we lose, we lose. But see, this has no red mana, so this is problematic. I need to draw at least one bit of red mana. And I don't know if I can. Like, I can't keep a hand with no red mana. I just can't. I just can't. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, this is a matchup where I just got by my mulligan. We played fine in that game 3 against Spike. We just, like, I'm not ashamed of our mulligan decision for that one. Like, that one was tight. It was a tight game. Up to a point, because like, we were slowly getting burned, and there's just, I can't do much about that. Fatal Push. Oh no, it's a... I'm fine getting an attack, if that's the case. Sure. They're playing Soulguide Lantern. For lack of a better description, they're playing Soulguide Lantern for some reason. And then you're playing against a mono-red opponent. I don't think you're sitting there going, you know, I'm worried about their graveyard. This isn't mono-red Living End or Hollow One, and Hollow One hasn't been a deck for a long time in Modern. Okay. Asmo. Right by the mic. Sounds like I'm pissing, doesn't it? Except I'm pouring coffee. Maybe he just gave me confidence when he said, I didn't even see what Spike said, if he replied. But it's like, maybe that was just his way of giving me confidence. Like, no, you're fine. Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, I can do it for one to try to spin into a land or a bolt. I don't need this stupid-ass Darcy. I think Crusher is better than Darcy. For all intents and purposes here, so... Yep, done. Really want to hit Blood Moon, but I will take... Or Majesty the Moon, but land... Oh. Alright. I cast that. There's no... They can discard Cauldron Familiar if they have it. And if they do, it's bad. No. Because now they get a construct, and then we start to get buried. No. Yeah, you get a construct, and I have to just let you make it like a 5/5 or whatever you're gonna do, but man, we mulligan to 5. Like, this is the price that I have to pay for that mulligan, and it sucks. It's awful. We lost. I have a bolt. This is never going to be small enough for me to bolt it, and I don't have the third land that I need. So, I love getting... Between you and me, as salty as this is going to sound, but you work hard to get a 2-0, you know, to get up in a league. A 2-0 start, knowing that you only need one more win, and then you can't get that one more win. This has nothing to do with the pressure being on against Spike or anything. Again, I think we played that one all right. It's just he's a bit... I mean, on the one hand, he's a better player, and on the other hand, we got by incremental burn. If it was just straight up and he didn't have that burn, I think we would have actually held up in that game a little bit better. Sorry, I want to see this young Gert guy. Oh, it's Young Dingo, not Young Gert. Okay. But maybe they're all a team or something, so... Yeah, the Young Gert at least has one undefeated trophy. That's what I was seeing. I always like to see that when it comes to... It's elementals. This isn't great for elementals. You just lose game 1 in elementals. Unless it's control. But control's an equally bad matchup. Unless I can drop Ragavan and Blood Moon on turn 2. Ragavan 1, Blood Moon 2. Yeah, it's blue-white control, okay. But yeah, my point is just, like, the reason I like to do that is because everybody seemingly has an undefeated trophy here in the modern leagues, other than me. And I don't know if what it takes to get it. Is it really just matchup dependent? Is it a deck thing? Who knows? Whatever. I still get a Surveil off of this. Sure, I don't really want the second Den of the Bugbear anyway. I got 3 lands, so that's all I need is the 5 lands here. Tefray. Moon. Slam. They only have the 1 island now. So it cuts them off counter magic. Damn, 2 islands. I know blue-white plays a lot of basics, but damn! Did not see that one coming. We at least cut them off board wipes. That's the one thing I can say. Feel like Mustafa and Austin Powers, the spy who shagged me. You know, I can't stand to be asked the same question 3 times. Damn, 3 times. So this is me being like, damn, you know, he had the counter magic. But that gets Teferi off the board, which at least makes it more difficult to get the Blood Moon off the board. Aha! A Shark Typhoon for 3, you see. Nothing I can do about that. Typhoon! Boom, boom. No, that was a good Blood Moon. Real good Blood Moon. For us. The land is more important. Okay, they have the Otawara. So their deck is a... They can cast things. Should they want. I'm not gonna stupidly run... They need to answer the Fury before I'm gonna start running things out. They get the fetch. Cryptic, okay. So they got the Cryptic off. Bone Crusher Giant, please and thank you. And then Blood Moon, which there's going to be countered. So that's what you're holding the counter spell for. And I couldn't bait it out with the Pyromancer. But now what? I expect this to just get countered. The whole point was to bait out that counterspell. Well, that's a Bolt and a Ragavan. I can still cast the second Bolt. Because they have to have counter. They have to have board wipe and multiple counters. Prismatic Ending, yes. Ragavan gone. Den of the Bugbear. Beginning of combat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Den. Creates a tapped goblin. Solitude. Okay. Cast. I really hate Solitude. I hate that card. With a passion. Maybe just a couple heats. Because heats can at least target planeswalkers. I don't think Fury is particularly good in this matchup. It can get the walkers, but that's all it can get. So I'm not running around saying, "Oh, I gotta play Fury." I think I'm just playing land destruction. Ponza, let's do it. Excuse me. This is a bad keep, but whatever. I mean, depending on what your turn 1 and your turn 2 and all that jazz is. I drop a Ragavan here, which forces a Prismatic Ending or a Path to Exile or something for me to at least tap you down. Chalice on 1. Okay. I have more than just 1-drops. I'll play out the Mountain, because actually I'll discard the 1-drops. We got a Hallowed Fountain. Fine. Boop. Because, yeah, alright, you've turned me up. You've taken my bolt. So that I'll just do that. And then depending on what you cast here, because you have to kind of be reactive to this board now. Sure. You can dash it out. Blood Moon. So we may... Because now you only have 1 blue source. Yeah, they skipped. Okay, we won. So thankfully it didn't hurt us that badly. These 2 losses, but like that was not easy to have to play against these guys. Not easy at all. The other guy, whatever. I don't know his. Yeah, then I'm probably going about it wrong. But yeah, he doesn't have anything, and I could, based on what they played against us with the Urza Sagas and just the artifacts, like that seems like a deck that would fold to Blood Moon or fold to Artifact Hate. We didn't have any. What's the problem? 10 card and 10 play points. Some of these chests are just garbo. And yet, you know, you pull them. You open them. So, interesting. No, the Shrapnel Blast decks. I mean, this is just me thinking out loud. But the Shrapnel Blast decks, they're good. I can see how they're good. With, that Spike likes to play. And it's, yeah. Again, that's just what got us, I think, was that incremental, like, Shrapnel Blast deals 4, Galvanic Blast is 4, or maybe Shrapnel Blast is 5. I don't think it's that much, though. But yeah, we'll be right back. You'll hear the music, and you'll probably hear me still rambling. I just want to kind of blow my nose, but also do a couple of things behind the camera here. It is 5. Okay, but it just requires sacrifice of an artifact. So yeah, 4 Shrapnel Blasts. You just have to stay in the game, and those food tokens and things that it generates certainly help with that. If that's the goal and the only goal. What is best in life, Conan? To crush your enemies, to see them really before you, and to enjoy the lamentations of the women. Thanks, John. No, that's my pet Summerall. One second. I mean, I am going to come back, but I just heard something here in the house, so. You're good. Funnily enough, it was the cat peeing that I was hearing. Rather annoying having to do this, but gotta do it all the same. I could bump over to Arena too, but I'm not. I don't think that's where we want to be. Necessarily. But alright, we're just waiting on a card hoarder bot to deliver some cards to us. Before we jump into League number 2. At least for a little bit. So we'll do Saheeli combo. So Saheeli cat combo. Mono-red. I actually do really like this Obosh aggro one. Like I think it's actually pretty good. Not only from the card advantage here, but and this is actually supposed to be another Dragon's Rage channeler for what it's worth. But having this at your disposal in game 1 can be good in certain matchups like Tron or Urza Saga, but it's not good overall. But it's why I'm more willing to throw away these Dragon's Rage channelers, because like Artifact, land, you only have a couple fetches for land, instant, 2 instants, creature, and you don't really have any sorceries. So you can't really trigger it with sorcery. Blast Zone, I guess, is another way to get land in the yard, but like when you're playing Pillage, you can get things, or extra Blood Moons are the other thing that you'd pitch the yard. Otherwise, yeah, you're not doing much. Anyway. Yeah, we're just waiting for card hoarder. Card hoarder does not sponsor me as I take a big stretch and a big yawn. It would be nice, but they don't. So I pay my real money, and because I pay my real money, hard-earned money that I work for, please donate to the channel. I accept donations via PayPal. Tanner4@sbcglobal.net is my PayPal email. I do have Venmo as well, but that's just if you wanted to donate and support the channel. I'm no aspiring Spike. I'm your average Joe. And, you know, here on Average Joe Magic, better known as Zombie Devil MTG, you know, we do what we can. We're not perfect. I'm just waiting for card hoarder, and well, there it is. It's like, yeah, I'll just browse and see what I can. There are some interesting things when you're playing Jeskai, or that you can maybe put in here. I mean, Jace is a little slow, but Jace is an option. The chalices, I think, are just a means of getting like Living End and those sorts of decks. Or you chalice for 1. I mean, our control opponent thought it was a good idea to chalice us for 1, but it's like, alright, we're an Obosh deck. Yes, 1 is a part of our deck because 1 is an odd number, but that was not how you were going to beat us. Because, you know what else is odd? Seasoned Pyromancer and Bone Crusher Giant, which I never thought I'd see that card played in Modern. Oh, I don't have a Rogran Triumph? Darn it! When you naturally open a couple Teveris. Why is there a branch loft pathway over there? Oh, it makes it 61 cards. I accidentally clicked on it. That's why it's over there. It was an accident. This is really just relying on Furies and Solitudes to make the combo work. Fire and Ice might be a decent card. Not Sword of Fire and Ice, but Fire, Ice. Because it's tap or draw. I don't have that one either. How does that work? What? I thought I did. It's like you have Wilderness Rex. So I have pieces of that deck, but I don't have Fire and Ice. And I have Memory Deluge and things like that. The things that I thought I had, but I don't actually have. I'm thinking. I'm thinking. I'm thinking. I'm thinking. I might just do something, grab something like a deflecting palm just to throw in there as your other card. And that's next turn. But there's no way that you're gonna successfully cast that in Modern. Anyway. Anyway. Alright, I gotta hide back behind my wall to do card hoarder transactions. I don't want you seeing me doing card hoarder transactions. But I thought I had Rogren Triumphs, so forgive me. No, I'm not gonna forgive you for shit. Well, forgive me. Okay, I got that, I got that. That's a Boggles card, but the Fracturing Gust, destroy all artifacts and enchantments. It's Boggles or Elves are the two that you'd see a card like that in. It's a good card. Do not get me wrong. But you can't play it in a Jeskai control deck like this. Excuse me. You could play maybe something like Shattering Spree. But that's, I think, where Wear Tear, because Wear Tear allows you to blow up the token and the land. It's where my like of a card like Blood Moon, would come in. But yeah, they're now playing these Cabal Coffers control decks, and it's all well and good. It's cool, but I find those decks, personally speaking, but that's kind of the point. Me as the opponent, I find them to be annoying, and they're supposed to be annoying. Violet's TV, I don't think I've seen you in here before, so welcome. Lara Croft, welcome. Caxipso6, you never left. Joint effort. Avismafor, Aten, another TV viewer. Abjui, and Big Damn Judge. I'm the Big Damn Judge. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Is this a damn? All right, there we go. I got it all sorted out, I think. Rogren Triomes, and so on and so forth. I don't know if Fire Ice is particularly good, but I'd rather just run Fire Ice as my 15th card. It's not going to do anything. It's like, cool. The reason I'm happy going 3-2, to get back to kind of that 5-0 debate that we were talking about a little bit earlier, is you can at least recycle with 100 play points. They give you the treasure chest, and there's usually nothing in the treasure chest. I mean, the 10 play points and a Temple Garden. Great. What's Temple Garden? $3, $4? It is fine. Allergy season, so you hear me start my nose. So, anyway. I'm totally fine running Rags out on turn 1. Anyway, to get back to just what I was saying, it's just one of those things where I don't care. Like, I'm totally happy just being able to recycle 100, 100, 100 over and over again. I could use the treasure token to do it, but I won't. So that at least cuts off Expedition Map, Sphere, Star, and Ancient Stirrings. He can still Sylvan Scrying, because our opponent's Tron, if you couldn't tell. Yeah, so we got hit with a Scrying. So he has Tron next turn. Not much I can do about that, unfortunately. I can steal a card. Well, we got a star, for what that's worth. But if I might have botched that just a hair, but a hair is a hair. Alright, and that just gets us land. I mean, the star is the star. But I think I'm okay not casting that. It's Karn. Yep. What's Karn going to go after? Teferi, Ragavan, or... Ragavan. Unfortunately, I'd have to tap that for 7 mana. The Prismatic Ending doesn't do much in the Tron matchup. I think if you have 4 of them, you're willing to go down to 2. Chalice doesn't do anything. This is what? Ugin? Yeah. Well, you do it for 5. Oh no, he just did it for that. Yeah, the map just dies. I think he knew that and just threw it out for the sake of... is less than or equal to the number of colors cast. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think I continue to play this game of just hit you with Furies and hope that I can eventually do something. I don't know. I mean, you just tick up and the damn thing, Fairy doesn't target Planeswalkers. Unfortunately. I mean, we have a single turn win if I can somehow get Guardian and Saheeli down, but I'm 1 mana short from doing that. So I can't, which is unfortunate. But Coil, sure. Complete. Oh well. Well, I'm not. It doesn't matter. He gets all the stuff off of that Ugin. I can play this game where I just sit here and go, okay, okay, okay. We'll get there. We'll get there. No, we're not gonna get there. Because you just tick up Ugin, you tick up Ugin, you tick up Ugin, you tick up Ugin, and then we die. I'm fine with that. I mean, not this hand, but I'm saying I'm fine with how I sideboarded that. This is okay. It's not going to be fast enough, but it's okay. I can't mulligan into Oblivion. It's Tron. They're gonna have something whether you like it or not. You can't sit here and go, oh, I'll mulligan until I get the Blood Moon. Well, Blood Moon doesn't go off until turn 3. Unless I have Ragavan and Blood Moon in my opener. And what are the odds of that? Slim to frickin' none. I mean, I hit you for 5 with the Cauldron Complete, but then Karn can just exile it. It's indestructible, not untargetable. Solitude can only get... Oh, that's at least a delay of a turn. Okay, we have it, but I don't have a land, so... Am I that desperate for land? I guess. No, I can't actually do that. So long as I don't rip Rogren Triumph off the top. I can cast a Planeswalker and then kill it our Guardian, but now we're time locked in the Tron matchup here because all they need is Tower. And they probably had 2 Ugins or something. I mean, I can't see their hand, but when we got Ugins last turn, I assume it wasn't like the one Ugin in their deck. Tron typically runs 2 or 3. Relic of Progenitus, because of course I have a Relic of Progenitus. So long as it's not an Ugin. Bottom. I mean, we go infinite anyway if he doesn't wipe the frickin' board. Ugin. Another Ugin. Well, alas, the complete is colorless, so he runs into problems there. Sure. I need to get the treasure token anyway. Put one in our hand. Whoops. I guess the other iteration's fine to put in my hand. I guess. Play that out of exile. Sure. That returns. I know. But now, what do you have? That's gonna absolutely scare my pants off, that one. So turn off auto yields. Yes, I lose that. How about that? Him gaining 10 life is not good for us. But it is the only way that I can answer this frickin' thing. Sure. I don't want to bounce Ulamog. Why would I want to bounce that guy? Yeah, you get 10 life. Awesome, buddy. And I take 3. I think Tron's just a rough matchup. Because there's nothing I can really do here. And I just gave our opponent 10 life. Because there was nothing I could do there. Like... There's no point in playing that out. Like, whatever those 3 cards are, they have an Ugin on the battlefield. The game is over. Ulamog got 2 of our lands. The game is over. And on like turn 4. And that's just Tron. Like, that's just Tron. Like, nothing you can do about Tron in that regard. It's kind of what they do as a deck. Oh, hey Barry, that was an odd sound. I didn't expect you to make that noise. You gotta go around the chair, Barry. Around. Yeah, Barry. Barry, baby. Barry, baby. Got my water bottle filled up. I mean, one land isn't great, but 2 lands where I can at least cast 1 into 1. Wow, and another Tron matchup. Okay. It is just Tron into Tron today. We could have won that game 1 against Tron last time. We just didn't have the Saheeli. That's all we needed was Saheeli. Okay. You got it, boss. Nothing I can do about that. I'll just hit you with a Cauldron Complete and hope I draw a 3rd land at some point. At least this Tron opponent only had power plants and didn't like mulligan to get 3 Tron lands in Karn, and that counts for something, but we're still royally screwed. Sorry, tapped that wrong. Double Tron is not this is not ideal for showing this deck off. Ironically, I would say Tron's probably one of your worst matchups. Oh, there's the mine. Here comes the Karn. Exile the Cauldron Complete. I don't know what else is in your hand, but I most assuredly I don't remember what War and Peace does. I think it's protection from red and white. But that doesn't mean it is helpful to us. Because I forget if it's like when it deals combat damage, destroy an artifact or something. I think that's the red-black one from Modern Horizons. Just destroy an artifact upon combat damage. Artifact or Planeswalker. Because of course they want it to. River Blast Zone. Cool. Oops, I tapped that wrong. Guardian into my hand. That one. That one. I don't care. These are both tap lands, whether I like it or not, so I'll just play the Vantage, I suppose. I mean, color fixing is one thing, but... Ulamog, right? No, it's just a giant ballista. Well, that's fine. A little overzealous with it. Boop. Boop the Snoop. He gets to recast it, so honestly, this is like really good for him and dumb for me. I believe his mana value is 0, so I think you can get a ballista for 1. This is gonna be science. Perhaps flawed science, but science. Yes, okay. And then what? You're gonna put an additional couple counters on the blast zone? Oh, you have 2. Well, poop. That's not good. Okay, for science, I'm gonna do that. Because its CMC is not what we think it. I do believe it doesn't have the CMC that you think it is. Mm-hmm. I just want to clear these ballistas off. And then it forces you to... I mean, it forces me into a top deck. But it forces both of us really into a top deck, I should say. Because neither of us are doing anything. Maybe I need Ephemerate or something in this deck. Because it plays 2 of the better elementals. Running this out is bad. But you have to have drawn the answer. Sanctum, I guess. Yep. To try to end the game that way. Sure. Run out of Sanctum of Ugin. I mean, whatever you top decked, you top decked, but you can play something into the Sanctum. Foundry. Great. We've held in there because I would say this is not the most skilled Tron player. They wouldn't have kept a double power plant hand. Okay, so they're trying to also thin lands out of the deck. That's why I fetched when I fetched. Thinning lands, thinning lands. Okay. I just run a Battle Skull out because I can. Put some pressure on. Have him on a 2-turn clock and a one-turn clock if we can rip Saheeli off the top of our deck. But they got... nothing. So that... Well, they're just going to take out the Batterskull, I guess. Like, they didn't draw anything of concern to us, but yes, the Batterskull, or the Blast Zone, to go after the Batterskull. Yeah, you'll take the 1 damage, knowing you can take the 1 damage. I'll proceed to kill myself with fetch lands in hope that I can survive. They get a card off of this. I hope it's nothing. I can continue to hope it's nothing, but it... Karn. And then you can tutor up whatever you want to tutor up. Yeah. We weren't going to... It's Tron. We weren't going to fade gas off of them for a very long time. 2, 4, 6, 8, 11, 12. Yeah. Sure. Because Ulamog can just get 2 permanents. And it doesn't matter which permanents Ulamog gets. He just gets 2 permanents. So once again, I'm going to take this strategy where I could see where that would be halfway decent against Tron and perhaps better than Sword of Fire and Ice. Keep. If they have it, they have it. But I'm going to keep this hand because of Ragavan. And Ragavan at least gets a couple swings at him. I don't get a lot of value off of those couple swings, but maybe you do. Oh, of course, they... Really? Tron is playing Gutshot? Are you kidding me? I don't think Tron should be that concerned with Ragavan. Yes, Ragavan gets like 2, maybe 3 swings at them tops before they are worried. Do they have a second Gutshot? Is the question. Yep. Wow. Wow. Gutshot, Gutshot. Sylvan Scrying into a Tron land. Okay. Wow. I mean, what do you want me to do? Doesn't matter. And I sit there and go, okay, I'm gonna run out Ragavan. Gutshot. The one makes... The one I understand. The second one is where I kind of am like, wow, you had You kept your hand just based on gut shots and trying to keep those away from me. By which I mean the Ragavans away from me. You do not want to be hit. And let's you know, analyze this for a second. They would have taken 3 hits because of the hand that they kept, but let's just say they take 1 because like they got the 1 but not the one that I dashed in. They'd only be at 13 and we'd only have 1 treasure token. I don't think we're that concerned. I don't think they should be that concerned, and I don't think we're sitting here going like, oh yeah, we're like golden, we got everything that we could have asked for. No. This is where Saheeli doesn't synergize, where I don't want to shuffle. I'm putting things on the bottom. So, you have Tron. Drag, sure. When it leaves the battlefield, you get a base token. At me. They gain 5 life, they get the 3/3 beast. I wasn't going down to that. Welcome to the clunkiness of Saheeli Rai and Saheeli combo. Now, I think them having gut shots to a degree has made their deck a little clunky, but I don't know what those 4 cards are, and they're probably things where it's just you're playing with your food, so it's probably an Ugin or an Ulamog, because you're with 9 mana, they're just short of Ulamog, and I would not be shocked if that's what they're hanging on to. And this prismatic ending will only get, along with that prismatic ending, we'll only get this chromatic star, sphere, lantern, star, sphere, whatever. There's a bunch of chromatic cards in Magic. But you crack in response. So I don't think I want to just arbitrarily throw prismatic ending against this chromatic sphere. You're gonna do that anyway. You've drawn a card. Karn, Ugin, or Ulamog. Ancient Stirrings. Karn, Ugin, or Ulamog. A land. Ulamog. Okay. Alright then. The wording on Cauldron Complete, I believe, exiles it against Ulamog, so... Or Ulamog exiles against it. Because it's whenever this creature deals combat damage to a creature, exile that creature. Read it. Read it. Again, this is where that's the evidence that we're going against a poor Tron opponent. But if you had the second Ulamog, which is, I guess, what they're playing now, why didn't you... No, this is a Ballista then for 6. Okay. Is Ballista gonna go after Nya or Nya? All I got is... They're gonna use it. So what do I care if they go after the... You know... I blocked the Fury, but I put so many into the Germ. Okay, they're gonna kill the Fury and take the Germ? Which I'm totally okay with. Yep. I take the damage. That goes to my yard. I guess I do this for 1. Just to turn off map, sphere, artifact, all that jazz. The 2 damage, the 2 mana spells are just Summon Scrying, and great, you're gonna get that anyway. And then the other stuff is just too big. So I was never gonna cast that anyway. I was never gonna cast this for 7. I was never gonna cast this for 8. Yeah, you can crank your blast zone up to 7. Okay, Force of Vigor. You got it. But not really, because it's got Indestructible. Indestructible. You can exile it with Karn. You can exile it with Ulamog. The fact that I've held in this long, both in game 1 and now here in game 2, is mind-boggling. Oh, they just wanted to get... I see. So they got the thing, sure. Maybe that's all they were trying to get, was the Chalice off so they could Sanctum. Okie dokie. A 1/1, eh? Do you got another one? I'll make it so you can't block. Alright. The thing is, like, I don't think playing these just to do, like, 1 mana or 2, because it's a red and a 1, to blow something up is in our best interest. I also don't think holding up 3 mana by the time they're on turn 3 is beneficial to us either. So, damned if you do, damned if you don't. Let's take a Solitude out. I mean, our deck really doesn't stack up well against Tron, but somehow we've won 2 games against, or 1 game against them. Held up until like turn whatever, because there's 14 minutes on my clock and 13 on theirs. Where it's like, yeah. Star. And planes, okay. We know that they play Force of Vigor. So, mulliganing to Blood Moon, I don't think is what we want to be doing. I don't think I've seen Boseiju out of their deck, but I'm sure they have it. That at least puts them off Tron for a turn because they played the Blast Zone. They could have easily gone to see if they drew a land here, but I guess Sylvan's Scrying, so they'll have 8 mana on turn 3. 4. Sorry, 4. As I turn into King Arthur from Monty Python's Holy Grail. 1, 2, 5. 3 sec. 30 sec. Yes, 3. So turn 4 they'll have 8 mana, presumably, because they just got a Tron land. They got the power plant. Which one? It was the power plant. Get the Cauldron. Because I can just start beating for 5, and that's, like, that's the goal. Is to just start bashing. But now they have Tron. And I can't get them off Tron unless this is a red source and a Blood Moon. No, it's a Teferi. It doesn't matter. Because if I was to cast a fairy, try and bounce the map, you just crack the map in response. Same reason I didn't Prismatic Ending the Sphere when they had the Chromatic Sphere. They just crack in response. So they have Tron whether we like it or not. And then I don't know what else. I mean, if presumably they're playing like 3 or 4 Ballistas, at least 1 or 2 Ulamogs, 4 Karns, and 1 or 2 Ugins. With 1 Thragtusk, maybe? But I would argue that they're more in on Ballistas by the look of it. Like classic Boomertron. Mono green, like Boomertron. But now you only have 6 mana, so Wormcoil? Wormcoil, okay, cool. I'm half tempted actually to just Teferi bounce and then I can hit for 6. And then hold up the Solitude for next turn. They didn't cast the Wormcoil. That's interesting. So, are they going for Ulamog? Then? And just saying, hey, I can take 6 and I'll Ulamog next turn? They already played a land this turn, so why would you tutor up a land? These are questionable decisions from a questionable opponent. I wouldn't think that Tron was going to run gut shots, but here we are, based on last game. Tron has the Wormcoil. great. Like, good for you. You have Worm Coil. Awesome. But they haven't... There's no indication here. Sorry, erase. They have the Worm Coil, but they showed no interest in casting it despite having 6 mana. Now, yes, we have Solitudes, but... and Teferis. So I can understand not wanting to cast for that reason. However, it makes little or no sense why you wouldn't do that. I don't get it. I'm just going to put the sword on the battlefield. Ugin can't get rid of it. Ulamog can. And Karn can. But I can Solitude the Worm Coil, and that's the one card we know they have. For sure. In terms of big mana Tron, we know they have a Worm Coil. So the Worm Coil's out. For just 2 mana. What's next? So that's it. So I think I do just Solitude here. Because then I come in for 7, plus the sword. And it forces... This equally forces a response. Okay, Nature's Claim. Yeah. You get the 2 tokens. Yeah. And it fizzles that, so good job. I can bounce one of them. No, there's a Batter Skull. I still think I go to just equip here. First strike doesn't matter. Method of my madness. First strike. I don't care about Death Touch. Oh, it gives it trample? I didn't realize it gave it trample. Put X charge counters. Are they gonna try to just blow up all my mystics? Sure, I take 3. I don't know of an instant speed board wipe that Tron could be playing, so here we go. Okay, yeah, I don't... How did we win? I don't know. I do not know how we won that. You were the superior player, Zoibe. Was I? Maybe. But the reality of it is that Tron opponent was playing just a bizarre version of Tron, and or was very unlucky, and definitely made some questionable decisions. But I guess the reason they didn't cast the Wormcoil for 6 when they had just 6 mana was, because they'll Solitude it. I can at least Nature's Claim in response, which that's a fine enough line. I'm not going to argue that. But I will just, blow my mind and wonder what the heck was going on with some of those decisions. Anyway, it being 2 hours, me having played 5 games for you and run through a league, I'm going to sign off now and say thank you very much for watching and viewing. I hope you had a great time, and I'll catch you next time, whenever that may be. It may be tomorrow, it may be Wednesday, it may be, because I do have to, on Tuesdays, I have to be in San Francisco. And if any of you are familiar with California geography, you know that Sacramento and San Francisco are not close to one another. Not super far, but not close. So it kind of eats a big chunk of time out of my day to be in SF. So anyway, I'll see you guys next time, and like, follow, share, and subscribe. We got the YouTube channel. We got the Facebook channel. The Facebook channel is just Zoibe_Devil. Zoibe_Devil with a capital MTG. Otherwise, I'm Zoibe Devil everywhere else. Twitch, YouTube, what have you. So, thank you very much.